I want to get some further reaction, though, to the news out of NATO, where they've agreed to increase defence spending to 5% of GDP, all except Spain. The rest of NATO is on board with Donald Trump's request. For some local reaction, what it means for us, I caught up with Independent Senator Jacqui Lambie.
I think, what the world's become and what we've seen, especially over the last few years, we sort of got the Middle East to quieten down. I think we don't have a choice, but everybody for their own national interest. I think everybody needs to lift their defence spending. There is no doubt about that. And I think they need to lift their defence spending according to what they need to defend themselves. And we need to do the same. And quite frankly, we are miles behind. We are not in good condition, let's put it that way. We're an island nation, mate, and we seriously... I know that we can't afford defence spending, but for the sake of the nation, to keep us safe as an island nation, I think we need to get serious about this stuff and start bolstering. We can do it smarter, mate. We've got people, we've got companies here making drones that are selling to overseas, for Christ's sake. We could be doing a lot more drones out there. We could do a lot more production. Have a look, what Ukraine's doing. They're doing like the cheap drones, where that means that they can train these guys on them, get them ready, use the cheaper ones for less efficient, and have them trained to the eyeballs. Ukraine has become world leaders while they're in the middle of a war. How embarrassing for us. Do you know what I mean? Good on Ukraine, because they've had to. It was part of their survival. Isn't that amazing? Here we are still watching and going, what are we doing? It's like we're comatose. You've got to give up this orchestrating of these submarines. Keep the rest of your AUKUS, not a problem. But we can't wait 30 years. We need to concentrate that spend today.
And Ukraine using some Australian technology and drones as well. So
yeah,
we can learn from them in more ways than one, including using some of our own tech, I guess.
Yeah. We have a big procurement problem here, and it breaks my heart to say this, but it is completely dysfunctional, that area of our military. And we're having a lot of waste, and we're not making the best decisions. And that's where your problem there lies. We could get a lot more bang for our buck if we can get that area sorted out first and foremost. Start using our own people. Albo's out there saying we're going to manufacture again. Well, Christ, we've got some great people out there in companies making great defence equipment, supplying the rest of the world, but they're not supplying our own. I just find that bizarre. Why aren't we feeding into our own? That's how we'll make a great defence force. That's all part of it.